He came straight for the jugular. His strategy? Brutally simple. Expose the cracks, highlight the contradictions, and let Meghan Markle's legal team collapse under their own weight. And that's exactly what unfolded. Attorney Tictton didn't just argue. He branded Meghan's defense as a smorgasbord of arguments, a mocking phrase that stuck instantly. He wasn't just dismantling their logic, he was dismantling their entire approach. Because if Meghan's defense was strong, why scatter so many claims? Why not confront Samantha Markle's accusations head-on? The implication was devastating. Meghan's team was afraid of the truth. That single word, smorgasbord, spread like wildfire through legal circles and royal gossip forums. Overnight, Meghan's defense looked weak and disorganized, and the narrative shifted. Meghan Markle wasn't just facing her sister. She was being outclassed in court, but the biggest damage came from Meghan's own lawyers. Instead of recovering, they admitted they'd overlooked critical details in their motion to dismiss. In high-stakes law, that isn't just a mistake, that's a meltdown. When the news hit Montecito, sources say Meghan was floored. This wasn't a headline she could reframe with PR. This was legal credibility crumbling. After years of building her image as polished and powerful, she suddenly became the face of a courtroom disaster. Behind the scenes, crisis mode erupted. PR experts, brand strategists, and consultants scrambled. But the truth was out. Meghan Markle, once considered untouchable, had been humbled before a federal court. And the ripple effects were just beginning. Tictton wasn't only winning motions, he was winning the story. The courtroom became his stage, and every misstep from Meghan's lawyers became part of his performance. His confidence wasn't arrogance, it was precision. He came prepared for chess. Meghan's team showed up playing checkers, and he didn't need theatrics. No shouting, no grandstanding, just cold, brutal facts. The hardest blow, though, wasn't legal. It was emotional. Court filings revealed Samantha Markle had allegedly received credible death threats after Meghan's public comments. These weren't anonymous trolls. They were specific, serious threats that drew law enforcement involvement. And the timing? Almost identical to Meghan's biggest media appearances, the Oprah interview and the Netflix series. Suddenly, this case wasn't about defamation. It was about consequences. Samantha argued Meghan's words erased her identity, painted her as dishonest and opportunistic, and even triggered threats that shook her life. Her team pointed to police reports, online harassment, and a loss of safety. Meghan's words, they argued, weren't harmless opinions. They were influence. And influence can mobilize people. Influence can incite. Legal experts quickly realized this case wasn't fading away. The optics were already terrible, but now they carried real emotional weight. Meghan's lawyers tried to argue her comments were opinion, but when safety is threatened, that defense starts to crumble. Ironically, Meghan's team seemed to treat the lawsuit like a nuisance, but Samantha's lawyers treated it like war. And they fought like it. Now Meghan's circle isn't just trying to win, they're scrambling to contain the fallout. Because if she loses, even symbolically, it sends a dangerous message. Meghan can be challenged. She can be beaten. All eyes are now on the appellate court's written opinion. Oral arguments already dealt a PR punch, but the written ruling could make it permanent. Insiders say Judge Pryor's comments were so scathing that softening them may be impossible. If those words, about being beside the point or fumbling procedure, make it into the record, they'll be etched into legal history. And Samantha's team knows it. Even if the appeal fails, they've already exposed weakness and given future litigants a playbook. Back in Montecito, panic continues. Meghan's team is pulling crisis PR from other clients, re-examining contracts, even pressuring media partners to shift the focus. But it's not working. This isn't tabloid drama. It's a federally documented courtroom disaster. And it's beginning to cost her. Industry insiders say potential partners are backing away. One executive even called Meghan's brand legally volatile. Studios and publishers aren't just worried about backlash. They're worried about subpoenas and entanglements. Some are even inserting new legal clauses into contracts just to protect themselves. The fallout is hitting Harry too. His brand is tied to Meghan's, and now his own reputation is dragged through courtroom chaos. Insiders say tensions are rising behind closed doors. He wanted to focus on humanitarian causes, but instead, headlines link his name to legal blunders. Even the royals, silent in public, are reportedly watching with a mix of concern and quiet satisfaction. For them, it feels like vindication. The couple who once shook the monarchy is now being humbled not by tabloids, but by judges. And the shift has been stunning. Meghan was once shielded by elite lawyers and a loyal fan base. Now she looks vulnerable. One case, one relentless attorney, one harsh critique, that's all it took. And the most devastating loss? Not the legal one. The loss of control over her image. And just recently, whispers suggest the written decision could be released within weeks, meaning Meghan's team may soon be bracing for yet another storm.